My name is Jackson Murphy, and this is Behind the Lens. What's up everybody, my name is Jackson Murphy, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to shoot a time-lapse with your DSLR camera. Before we go out to shoot our time-lapse, we're going to take three things into account. The first being location. I call this location scouting. Having an idea of where we're going to take our time-lapse and what we're going to take our time-lapse of. The second thing we need to take into account is how long we want our time-lapse to be. Successful time-lapses can last from anywhere between 1 hour to up to 4 or 5 hours. Now that we know where we're going to be taking our time-lapse, what the weather's going to be like, and the duration that we're going to take the time-lapse for, it's time to grab our tripod and take a look at some camera settings. Coming over to camera settings, we're going to make sure our camera is in video mode and automatic due to the changing elements of shooting a time-lapse in the daytime. Next, we're going to come over and we'll click the menu button. Under the camera option, we're going to go over to the third tab and we're going to see time-lapse movie. We're going to go ahead and click on that and click enable. From here, we can see our interval, number of shots, and required time. I typically like to shoot my interval time-lapse to 5 seconds, and normally I'll take about 1,000 shots. Once we have our desired settings, we're going to hit OK, followed by the menu button. We'll be prompted with this where it's going to allow us to take a picture to test our exposure. Because the camera's already in automatic, we know that the exposure is what we want. So from here, we're going to hit the start stop button and then hit the shutter button again. Over the next hour and 23 minutes, our camera will take one picture every 5 seconds and leave us with a 33-second time lapse that looks something like this. I hope you enjoyed learning to take a time-lapse with your DSLR camera. Make sure to come back next week where we're going to be taking a look how to take some really cool long exposure shots. I'm Jackson Murphy, and this is Behind the Lens.